viewers, it's your favorite Dr. Melody on set, and I want to be continuing from where I stopped in my last video. In my last video, I was introducing the method of completing the square in solving quadratic equation. But in this video, I'm going to be using it properly by solving equation x squared plus 6 plus 9 is equal to 0. So I'll be writing it down as. So the next you need to know is to identify the middle term. The middle term is the term at the center of x squared and 9, the centralized term. So when you gotten the middle term, you have to get the coefficient of x in this case, and the coefficient is 6. So it's 6. And why is it the coefficient? It is coefficient because it's the number that is standing beside x. And so I'm going to multiply it by half. So I have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to divide out. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 2 divided by 3 by 6 is 3. So this will be equal, 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 3 divided by 1 to be equal 3. It is 3 because if I have 3 oranges and I'm to give it or share it to just one person, that person is going to have 3. So that is why we have 3 divided by 1 as equals 3. So the next step is squaring it, and that is why it is called completing the square method. So I'm going to square it. When I square it, I'm going to have this to be 3 multiplied by 3. 3 squared is the same thing as 3 multiplied by 3. So this will be equals 9. So I'm going to add it to both sides of the equation. So we are completing the equation by adding 9 or 3 squared, which is the same thing because 3 squared is the same thing as 3 multiplied by 3, which is equals 9. So I'm going to have x squared plus my 3 squared is equals, no, note, I'm not writing the 6x any longer. I'm not using it because I've used it to get my square here. So I'm going to have x squared, I'm adding the square, which is plus 3 squared is equals, now you're left with plus 9. When plus 9 is leaving this left-hand side of the equation to the right-hand side, it will change to minus 9. So plus 9 will be equals minus 9. And we are adding the square. Don't forget, we have added 3 squared to this other side, which is the left-hand side. We're going to add 3 squared to this, which is what? Plus 9. So it's either 3 squared or 9. So I've added it to the right-hand side of the equation. So I have x squared plus 3 squared is equals minus 9 plus 9. So the next thing is to do is to simplify. So I'm going to have x plus 3 in one bracket because they have the same power. So I'll bring my power outside. This square outside signifies that the square is affecting x and also affecting 3, which will give back to x squared plus 3 squared. So this will be equals minus 9 plus 9 will be equal to 0. Why is it 0? It is 0 because I am owing 9 things and I have 9 things. All together, if I'm going to give the person I borrowed my 9 items, it means I'll have nothing left. That is why minus 9 plus 9 is equal to 0. And minus 9 plus 9 is the same thing as you say 9 minus 9, which is equal to 0. So we have that x plus 3 squared is equal to 0. The next thing we are going to do is we want to eliminate the square so that we can have a linear equation, an equation without that the power is 1. That's a linear um, expression rather. So now we're going to have x plus 3. We are going to take the square root of both sides of the equation. So if I take the square root of both sides of the equation, I will introduce the plus or minus sign here. If I introduce the plus or minus sign, it means that this is a quadratic equation. It's going to have two solutions. That is why I'm introducing the plus or minus sign. So the next thing I'm going to do, if I simplify, since I have the square root, anytime you have a number, you're taking the square root, it means that you're multiplying that expression of that number by half. So if I take off the square root, I can multiply here by half. So if I multiply there by half, I would divide that? If I divide out, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I have 1 times 1 divided by 1 times 1, which is 1. So we have that this expression will be x plus 3 raised to power 1, or x plus 3 is equals plus or minus root 0. Root 0 is 0, so we have plus or minus 0. So on this video, we're going to end here. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the next video, we're going to get the value of x. Thank you very much.